The end times are nigh, or so they say, but tonight the Empire endures. Welcome to the Grimdark Chronicles, our playthrough of Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay 4th Edition, and the hallowed and historic campaign, The Enemy Within. I'm your GM, Brad, joined by Eric playing Wolfhart, Alex playing Luca, Mike playing Kroppa, Kyle playing Segemund, Justin playing Burky Blitz, and absolutely no one from the movie Role Models. Well, thank you to our neighbors from the north, darkforgemedia.com, for making our intro video. And also, if you, like me, have a problem with shiny math rocks, go to baronadice.com, use code DEADSONS at checkout, and get 5% off your order. It's a beautiful thing.
And hey, if you're having trouble staying awake, Minotaur!
No!
Why is
no
my
pole
piss
riding? It's all I drink! It's all I drink! Last time in the Empire, after negotiating the release of Gotri, the drunken dwarf, you guys took him to the Journey's End Inn, where you ended up handing him over to Cagney Shatterstone, who was, and I quote, done with Gotri. He was an oathbreaker, and he was not worth his salt, and he was being taken to a shrine of Grimnir, which, for anybody who doesn't know, that means he's going to become a slayer. It's just that simple. In the process, Burkhard, you paid 2 silver to get Gotri out of the stocks. The judge, Heinz Richter, basically put it on you that if Gotri ended up back in the stocks, you'd have to answer for it. Cagney took him off your hands, tossed you a bracelet that has some runic markings on it, but it's dwarven silver, and it's worth about 4 crowns. It's beautiful. I think I said 4 crowns. I wrote down 4 crowns.
You said 3, but I'll take 4. I'm not going to sell it anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Call it 4, because that's what I wrote down, which means I spoke wrong, but it's worth 4 crowns.
Noted.
In addition to that, you then began to make your way from there over to the Gotenplatz, to the Temple of Sigmar, to try to track down Franz Gruber and this box that has a softball piece size of warpstone in it. Wolfhart, you followed him into the temple. You heard his conversation with who you would later find out was Father Trost, about how he took a better deal, about how he was going to make more money, and how he was admonished by the priest for being short-sighted and not understanding that sometimes the more monetary deal is not a better deal. Father Trost took possession of that piece of warpstone, took possession of that casket, that case, that box. And as you watched the room, you never saw him leave. So you went in and you looked for anything in this 15-foot by 30-foot room with a few pews and a statue, and absolutely no sign of another entrance. Until, eventually, Burky and Segemund came in after you. And as they stepped into the room, and you kept tapping on walls with your dagger, from behind Burky and Segemund, from out in the main chapel, came Father Trost, who introduced himself as Father Trost, who you recognized as being the individual who spoke to Franz Gruber. And while that's all going on, Luca, you heard some great rumors about the Schaffenfest, about how there's a chance to win 4 gold if you can beat a guy named Crusher in a wrestling ring. And Kroppa, you managed to gather 6 silver for the Verena Book Club. Praise be.
Indeed.
So as we pick up today, the question is, how murder hobo are you going to go? And what would you gentlemen like to do next? It is currently about 3 o'clock in the afternoon on the 31st of Yardrum.
Well, I'm not going to go murder hover, so put that in your pants. Given that we're given a little bit more,
it's Brad.
Yeah, jeez.
God.
Given that we're given a little bit more time, I'm going to search the room again. I go back to my search.
Okay.
Because if I'm not going to be told that I have to stop, I'm not going to stop.
He said you can have a bit more time thanks to Burky's beautiful statement about the ability of a neglected space to foster growth, and I don't remember exactly what you said, but it was beautiful. And you get some perks for it. However, Wolfhart, you can't re-roll your tests.
I'm not expecting to re-roll. I'm still doing the tapping thing, trying to figure out freaking anything. Okay.
I'm going to walk up to Wolfhart and be like, what are you looking for, friend?
I am trying to figure out where that goddamn priest disappeared.
What priest?
The priest who just walked in here. He was in here earlier. He disappeared with my freaking box that I'm looking for, and I can't know where the hell he went.
He's right there.
Yeah,
I can see
him. He came back around. He left this room without going through the door. so he went somewhere.
I reach out and I feel his head for a fever. Are you feeling all right, friend?
I just rub my head on your hand and be like, this has been the bane of my freaking existence. I hate this goddamn church. I hate everything about it.
First you're talking about rat men, and now you are claiming that priests are disappearing in the floors and
Did you not see the rat
stealing
man earlier?
your stones?
Are you freaking blind?
I saw beastmen earlier. I saw
was a
one of
rat
them
man.
that had a rat face.
So
Are you
you're an idiot.
gaslighting
Got
him?
it. Okay.
I have never been called clever.
I'm getting that.
Ignorance is your shield is your last character, Justin.
Oh, right. I am no ignorant fool. I speak eloquently.
My bounty hunter friend, if you were in this room and needed to escape, where would you go? Not through that door.
I look around.
There are no windows. There are no doors. Well, I take that back. I should clarify. There are windows. There are a couple like stained glass windows that do allow light inside, but otherwise the room is lit by candles and torches.
Real quick, if I could interject, I know he permitted us to stay longer. Where has
Correct.
he gone?
And he's walked away back into the main chapel.
Would we want to keep an eye on him?
I mean, probably, but at the same time, I don't know where he went, and like,
You're
don't
more
know if he-
focused on that.
yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, if anything, I would tell Segemund to keep an eye on him, just keep an eye out the door, but
Okay.
I look around, and do you have a water skin by chance, friend?
I do. I think yes. That was one of the things I bought.
Give it to old Burky.
Yeah, give him the water skin.
Okay.
I'm gonna go look around. You said there's pews. Is there like a place where a priest would stand and preach up the front? Is that like a podium or?
There's no podium. There's a space in front of the statue where someone could stand to lecture or speak.
Okay. And is the stonework on the floor like square masonry that has like creases between it kind of thing?
It's decently done masonry, yeah. In fact, why don't you go ahead and give me an intelligence check.
Mhm.
And you're a dwarf friend, so I'll give you a plus 20.
There's a reason I asked him.
What is that? That is a plus 2, 31 under 50.
With a plus 2, as you look through the room and you see the construction and the quality of the construction, it's familiar to other structures like this you've seen in the past, where dwarf masons were probably hired. The stonework is dwarfen. The quality is definitively dwarfen. And as a dwarf friend, you know that when the dwarfs want to hide a door, they hide a door. Finding it is a hell of a challenge.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I would like to use my intuition in some weird way.
Okay.
So what I'm thinking is I would like to find some places in the room where I think a door might be.
Okay.
And I'm going to kind of pour some water and see if it flows through any cracks or anything in the floor or in the bottom of the wall.
Okay. Give me an intuition check.
Okay.
I'm going to call this one challenging plus 0.
Yeah, that's fair. Nope.
You going to do anything with that 93?
I don't have any fortune left, so.
Okay. So as you think about where doors could be, you think about
Well, hang on.
hanging on.
Hang on 1 second. Let me check what the other things do.
I'm this close to busting out a resilience to just try to get through this.
Well, that's what I'm looking at, resilience. So I just gained a resilience from
You did.
basically being a dwarf friend. I would like to spend a resilience, that same resilience that I just gained from being a dwarf friend,
Okay.
to leverage my dwarf friendedness and not fail.
Okay.
Yeah, choose the number instead. I don't know. I guess I'll choose a 1.
Yeah. It's,
Right?
it's not an attack roll. There's no point in critting because it doesn't do anything. So with a 1 under 47, that'll give you a +4.
Yep.
With a +4, as you look around the room, there's a couple spots where there could be a door. Could be along the back wall that you don't know what it goes to. Could be along, the interior wall, as if there's like a set of stairs or a trap door of sorts.
Mm-hmm.
You throw a little water on both of those and you don't see much. Could be at the base of the statue. You throw a little water there and it doesn't really run, but it doesn't seem to also stay. It's almost as if
It's kind of disappearing
kind of,
somewhere.
It's almost like it's kind of sifting away, but not really at the same time.
Okay.
Like it's decreasing in volume in a space where you don't know where it would go.
What is this a statue of?
It seems to be a statue of Sigmar. Perhaps it's old, it's stone, it's worn, it's weathered.
I would like to examine this statue for any holes, orifices, strange things that move on it. Like if I touch it on various locations, try and pull arms slightly, things like that.
Okay.
I'd like to help him in this search,
Okay.
Can't you just cast locate object, bro?
if only. I'm also going to search the immediate vicinity around the statue.
Okay. Segemund, are you going to help them as well?
Yeah, well,
Okay. And Segemund, don't you have lore theology?
I do have lore theology.
Perfect.
Help us out, bro.
Why don't you go ahead and roll me a lore theology check at a +20?
That's a 22 under 75, so +5.
Okay. Well, you yourself are not a member of the Church of Sigmar, per se. You are an advocate of Sigmar. You are a devotee of Sigmar, but you're not a member of the church. That said, you understand enough about the dwarfs' absolute focus on the hammer they built, the hammer they crafted for Sigmar. And if you reach up and you grab the hammer, you grab the haft of the hammer that hangs down out of his hand and you try to, doesn't do anything. But if you climb up and you press on the side of the hammer, where there's this weird stone skull on the side of Gul Miraz that seems to just kind of slightly indent just a little bit, the water that Burky decided to spray all over the front of the statue disappears as the stone pops out 1 inch.
Hmm.
I'm
Well-
going to try to move it a little bit more.
I'm going to go close the door.
Cool.
Thank you.
This is where the non-melee character steps back.
Okay.
You
go
go
and
and
you-
step. Go ahead.
Burkhart, you go and you close the door.
And take a quick look around and close it. Yeah.
There's a lock if you want to try to lock it.
I have a
kinda-
lockpick. I'm going to,
I'm going to lock it.
yeah.
Or
It's
he's
got a
going to
little.
lock it.
It's got a little bolt. You don't need
Okay.
a lockpick. It's got a little bolt.
I'll do the bolt.
Okay, you throw the bolt. Wolfhart, you grab the stone. And you go to move it. And you expect it to be really heavy, but it just slides open as if it's sitting on roller skates.
I guess I'm going to tell the party to wait here. I'm going to go check this out. I'm also going to take out a bag of soot and smear it all over my face
Okay.
and on my skin to like make it so I blend in more to the shadows.
Okay.
I'm going to look at him and go, don't get lost down there. I will not be coming after you.
We have a double split party. This is great.
This is a disaster. Okay.
I'm also
Here's what's
lighting
gonna
my
happen.
storm lantern.
Speaking of which,
We're gonna jump back to the exterior in just a minute here. So Wolfhart, as the door swings open, you see that the space is a downward sloping staircase that you have to like crouch to get under the statue to get into it first, and then it turns into a full-fledged staircase that goes in a spiraling fashion down. It is dark. There are no torches. It is not lit.
I have a storm lantern.
Okay,
just
you're gonna
totally
light your
lit.
storm lantern.
I'm going to reach out and hand my one piece of chalk to you in case you want to mark your way back, bruh.
I also have soot on me too. I could just mark this. Yeah.
Either
I'll
way.
take the chalk.
Yeah.
Okay, you take the chalk, you take the soot, you light the storm lantern. Do you just kind of focus it to go forward, or do you
I'm
want to
going to try to focus as narrowly as possible so that it's only like the slimmest, like barely enough to see.
Okay, we'll come back to you. Luca, Kroppa, what are you guys doing out there? Because at this point, Burky and Segemund have been inside for a half hour now.
yeah, well, for me, while I've been pedaling, I've also been keeping an eye out for anybody that looks military would have knowledge of military.
Okay.
Do I see anybody like that?
Easily so. I mean, you're inside Bogenhafen, one of the larger cities in the duchy, during the Schaffenfest. There are individuals in garb of some form of military who go by fairly regularly over this last hour.
Okay. Then I'd be focusing in on them, trying to strike up mundane conversation. But if they bite on that, just kind of briefly doing research on behalf of the cult, and somewhere within that conversation I want to inject the term Magister Impedimentae, relating it to the null military officer corps, and trying to get more info on what that position might be.
Okay. One second. I'm just making a note. Okay. So as you begin to question about the known military, the vast majority of people, even the guards, they apologize and they say, unfortunately, in general, the general response is, unfortunately, there's not much they can share about the organization of the known military, because they all serve Bogenhafen, or they serve within the Reich.
Sure.
I'm not even going to make you roll. The general response is, we just don't know anything about the known military.
Okay.
It's a good question, but
okay, got it.
The general populace and the general guards don't seem to know much of anything. Luca and Kroppa, both give me a perception plus 20, please.
Okay.
A -1, 78 over 60.
Okay.
I forgot how the alphabet
False.
worked. 1 second.
It is not.
I mean,
False,
nice,
it is not.
but 69 over 56.
Okay. And Kroppa, why was it false?
Because I burnt a fortune.
Haha.
Oh, make it even worse. God dang it.
So Kroppa, you and Luca are
We're
looking into the
enamored
crowd.
with each other.
Yeah.
I got one better. You and Luca are looking into the crowd, and right as something seems to catch your eye, something weird in the crowd was about to catch your eye, but you get this whiff of meats and spices and pastries and pies, and a short, rotund halfling woman with 2 buns on either side of her head and just curled hair, just waddling through the market, just going, pies for sale, pies. Got your meats, got your fruits, got your pies.
Does Kroppa have a
Right
wife?
over here. This man would definitely like your
Beeline.
pies.
Straight for her.
Hello, sir. Would you like pies?
Would I like pies? What kind of pies are you selling?
Well, my name is
What kind of
Agatha.
spread does she have?
I've got meat pies. I've got eel pies. I've got... You look too nice for those pies. We're not going to sell you those pies.
Describe your meat pies further. What kind of meat?
Well, it is the Schaffenfest, so it's a lot of sheep.
Like a
Delicious.
sheep pot pie?
It's a pastry crust with like some little peas and some little onions and a little sauce, and then the sheep.
I start smirking at Kroppa.
So we will take 2 of those. What do you have for sweet pies?
Oh, I've got apple pies. I've got blueberry pies. I've got raspberry pies. All kinds of berries. I also have a lemon pie, but that's more tart than sweet. I've got a super special pie, but it's also not sweet. It's more savory. But yeah,
Is it legal?
the super special. Oh, absolutely. It's made with sheep stomach. It's called a haggis pie.
Let's add 1 blueberry pie.
A blueberry pie, and
That'll complete my order for now.
and wait, what was the others? Just 1 meat pie, 2 meat pies, 3 meat pies.
Two meat pies.
Kroppa, before you get too far, maybe you should ask the lady her prices. You are at a festival.
Oh, the fest doesn't change good old Agatha's prices. It's two pennies per for the sweets, and 3 pennies per for the meats.
Well, let's go.
So,
Very
Luca,
reasonable.
how many meats and sweets would you like?
I will have just one pie, and I look down at my waistline. One of the meat pies. And then I look at your waistline.
Agatha reaches over, Luca, and pats your waistline and goes, I'll give you one on the house. You need a little oomphta.
I keep telling him this. He does not see reason.
See, you are a halfling friend. You understand us. So 3 pies for Kroppa, 2 pies for Luca.
Just one meat pie for me.
Oh no, you're getting a second one, whether you want it or not.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure.
So Kroppa 8 pennies, Luca 3 pennies.
Aight.
Pies are handed over. Agatha begins waddling away and goes, "Find me later." Honestly, that was more fun than what you would have seen if you hadn't been distracted. So hey,
meat pies.
So Kroppa and Luke are going to be eating pies for a minute here.
After I eat this pie, I'm going to take out my lute.
Okay.
And I'm just going to start singing the praises of Agatha and her tremendous pies. And
Agatha and her buns with her tremendous meat pies.
You guys ever seen that old movie Michael with like what's his fuck from Greece?
Travolta?
John Travolta. There's like a pie song in that, and I don't know why, but you started saying you were going to sing about Agatha, and I was just picturing you singing about pie on the street.
Yeah, Agatha and her meat pies, and just how delectable and fantastic they are, and reasonably priced. Honestly, like what a great deal.
Okay.
As she's walking off, where is your bakery? These are delicious, and I'm just oozing juices as I'm.
God, I hope you don't die.
Smashing these meat pies.
She pauses as you say that, and she goes, "We bake down in the Ostendam. I got a little spot down there." Farewell.
Is there a name for the spot?
And she pauses. She goes, "Agatha's. It's my name. Makes it easy. Also, just follow the smell of pies. I mean, can you read?"
I get up close to her. Ma'am.
Yes.
Alas, I cannot.
Okay, just go to the Ostendam, follow the smells, and look for the giant pie that hangs from the wooden sign. It's easy to find.
Giant pie. Say no more.
Look for the giant pie in the sky, my rotund friend. Goodbye.
Singing
Luca, she
her
was
praises
divine.
intensifies.
Luca, give me a performance check plus 20.
All right.
Kroppa's like interpretive dancing, but through the way in which he consumes these pies.
Make it a plus 40.
Is it going to be entertain or is it going to be perform? Because I have play, lute, I have perform, dance, and I have entertain.
Go with play lute because you said you're playing your lute. So go with play lute, and I will give you a plus 40 at this point.
And I need that plus 40. That's a lower skill for me.
100. Okay.
Oh boy.
No, wait. No. That is unacceptable.
The pick of destiny.
I do not accept these results. Hold on.
I really wanted the 100.
Bro. Let it ride.
What the fuck? What is happening to me?
I
got pie falling out of my face.
The 100 would have been worse because the 100 I would have broken your loot. It would have broken a string on your loot. You would have had to go get it restrung. With an 89 over 77 with a -1, as Kroppa is doing an interpretive pie dance next to you, you begin intensely praising Agatha, and a guard walks over to you two and goes, "Oi, the fuck are you two doing?"
And I, with the biggest, what? With crumbs flying everywhere.
Crumbs fly into his face, and he wipes his face. He goes, "Cut it the fuck out. You're scaring everybody."
Oh, my apologies, sir. These pies were so good.
I'm talking to the back of his head. I don't
As
care.
you say that, he kind of talks over his shoulder. He goes, "Yeah, her pies are good. You're not helping her cause. Keep working on it, though. It's bad." And he just keeps walking away.
I am defeated and deflated.
I'm sorry, man. You rolled an 89 after a 100. Wolfhart.
It was not meant to be.
Despite our pie fun-filled interlude, your turn. Before I jump to you, Burky, Segemund, are you guys doing anything? Are you just watching the door? What are you guys doing?
I'm learning Segemund's deepest, darkest secrets. That's what I'm doing.
Luca and I are going to Agatha's.
Well, you guys are gonna go
just
walk
gonna
into
abandon
Agatha's?
party. Just go to her shop.
Let's not party even more.
Those guys will be fine.
Why did Kroppa retire? He found a pie shop.
Yep.
The love of his life.
Being at the shop.
Oh man,
Got a
Wolfhart.
new long-term ambition.
Oh yeah, Wolfhart. Speaking of which, what's your new short-term ambition?
I am going to try and do short-term ambition is to get to the end of this freaking warp storm mystery.
Also, I like that you called it Bishan. Can we just say short-term Bishan from now on?
Bishan? Hell
Bishan.
yeah.
It's
I got a
Bishan?
new Bishan.
Kind of like baiting. Bishan.
Jesus.
Back
Go
on,
away,
got some
Bishan.
Bishan.
Go away. I'm on a vision.
You
Yeah.
step down onto these stairs, worn smooth with probably centuries of use. Now, I mentioned in the past to you all that out of character, and even in character, some of you might know this, Bogenhafen has been burned to the ground repeatedly, whether it was by orcs, whether it was by Nagash, whether it was by invasion. So what is here, Wolfhart, is very old. Like, what remains, you're not sure why it is as old as it is or how long it's been there, but it's very obvious that it has probably survived longer than the current iteration, of Bogenhafen. And you begin to follow this spiral stairs down. Three full circles before you come out on a small, straight path that begins to just scale down again. Just stairs now going straight down. With each step, it gets a little cooler, a little colder. The air a little bit more crisp. The walls are mortared stone, fit perfectly together. You descend for almost 5 straight minutes, which isn't that long, but it's long enough when you're going downstairs. And you come out on a T-junction, the stairs ending with 2 paths, one to the left and one to the right. And they seem to each kind of curve, the one to the right curving to the right, the one to the left curving to the left, almost as if they theoretically made a circle. There are no indicators or markings, and you've seen no doors yet.
I guess I'd start going down one to the probably the right. I guess just pick one to see if it does curve around and like they circle back on each other.
Okay.
And I'm just basically going to go enough of a way around the corner that I can see if it comes around.
You follow which way, left or right?
I said right.
Oh, sorry, I missed that. You go to the right, looking for this exact piece. And it just keeps curving right, but it's at such an angle that you don't really, unless you want to keep going just outside of the site of the doorway that you were at. It's obvious that it keeps curving, but it's hard to see much more than that unless you want to keep going along.
I would keep going for a ways, not like an insane amount, just like enough. Just this, I don't know how quickly they're curving. If
It's kind of like a wide banking curve.
I want to go to where I would reasonably think if they should start coming back together and see if they do come back together.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
Perception, you said.
Mm-hmm.
Challenging +0.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, 65 over 44.
Okay. You get to a point where you reasonably think you could have been probably halfway based on the curvature. And you find a single door. Steel. Open.
I guess I'm gonna peek in it, see what's in there.
You peek in, you shine the light in, and you see a room about 20 feet wide, 20 feet long. Little plinths within with a couple small items set upon them. Most of the plinths are empty. 2 hold items of unknown nature. One is an urn of some kind, and one appears to be either a bracelet or an anklet or something that is held up on a single piece of like metal structure to hold it up off the plinth. As your light shines across the room, you see in the back left corner where a portion of the stone has fallen into the room. leaving a hole out of that back corner. Even with a -2, the smell is absolutely, undoubtedly a sewer. The room stinks of human refuse and liquid waste. And you can hear the faint trickle of running effluence from beyond that hole.
Does the thing that was on the pedestal look like it has any value?
The bracelet of some kind?
Yeah.
It does. I mean, it's gold with a couple different like gems in it.
I would inspect it, just a cursory glance to make sure it's like trapped or anything.
A quick inspection. Go ahead and give me an intuition check.
26 over or under 44.
Okay, it's a good intuition check. It's not trapped. It's sitting on a piece of metal, but there's something about it that turns your stomach. Just looking at it with the gems, and your body says don't, even if your mind says do.
I am going to put it in the back of my mind and say maybe on my way out. Okay. I'm going to go back and keep looking for I'm going to keep going down the path I was going to. If I don't see it coming back around, I'm going to double time back around and just kind of do the exact same thing with the other path just to see where they're going.
You walk out that door. You would take a right out of that door to continue along the way you were going, and the path is continuing to curve to the right. And it doesn't take you more than 10 minutes to realize you are circling back to where you're headed, where you came from. Then
I'm going to keep circling just to see if I find another door or another thing, because I'm trying to figure out where that box went.
Okay. You continue along that curve until you reach the exact entrance that you came in from. This appears to have been a circular hallway that ends at one door.
Okay, I'm going to go back to that room then, and I'm going to peer into the sewers to see if there's something like maybe he went that way. I doubt it, but...
Okay. You walk back into the room. The two items, the urn and that bracelet thing, still there. And as you reach back towards the sewers and kind of peer down in, you see into the sewers of Bogenhafen. You see what is an unknown depth of liquid refuse flowing between one small stone walkway across from where you are today, where you stand. You have about, from where you are, about a 5-foot drop into the actual sewer. It's as if the building was like built up to the edge of the sewers, wherever you are. The actual drop is weird because the stone has been pushed into the room, but you look down at the sewers themselves.
That's strange.
Beyond that, you don't see anything of note.
Yeah, I'm going to try to just take a note of where this is in the sewers, so if I have to try to find it in the future, maybe I can. But after that, I'm actually going to go then inspect the urn, just be like, what the hell's this room and what's going on down here?
Okay. You can't read, but the urn is covered in some kind of a scratching writing thing.
Anything, does it look impressive and valuable? Does it look like it has any merit or value?
It looks like a basic urn that you might put someone's ashes in. But beyond that, it's hard to tell. It's closed. It's sealed. It's got a wax stopper on top.
I'm going to see if I can pop the wax thing.
Okay. It's not hard to pop the wax. It's old. You put your knife in, wax cracks, pops off. Underneath is a piece of dried and semi-desiccated cork. Would be easy to remove that if you so wished.
I'm going to.
Okay. You pop the cork out. Inside the vase is a strange liquid of sorts. It looks almost like a jelly. It almost looks gelatinous. But it has a weird kind of greenish orangish tint to it. And as you tip the vase to look down in it, you can see as it begins like swirling and roiling, and as it does, it generates a little bit of light. It's also a little hot.
What kind of light is it generating?
It's just glowing as you tip it down to look inside. It kind of moves around, and as it moves, it glows. And it seems to generate like a little bit of warmth.
I'm going to leave that alone because that's what the fuck.
Okay.
Where the fuck could he have gone?
So there's only the one door, and he went around all the hallways previously.
The hallway was a giant circle.
So just the one right hallway, though. There was like a 3-way hallway that he went to the right.
He came down to a
Apparently
T-shaped intersection.
circled around.
One banked left, one banked right. If he kept going around to the right, which he did, he came right back to where he started. It is a donut.
Fascinating. But somehow dude came up behind us.
Yeah. I'm almost tempted to start inspecting the hallway, but I think that's probably going to be my next move, is to start inspecting the hallway to like see I missed something.
Okay.
I was reading something, so forgive me, but didn't you only turn right? Did you try turning left?
It went around in a
giant
circle.
It's a giant
It
circle.
came back around and
that's
he came
literally
back
what
in
you
the
just
left
said. I
side.
thought that was
Yeah.
only on one side. My bad.
You go to inspect the hallway. Go ahead and give me a perception. Challenging +0. Okay. As you check the hallway with a -1 with a 59 over 44, you cannot locate anything about this hallway that gets you there.
I'm actually just going to use resilience.
Okay.
I'm not going to fail this one. I'm using my perception 1.
Okay.
I'm finding where this guy might have gone.
With the resilience, the donut doesn't show you anything, but you think maybe you missed something on the stairs. You backtrack your way back to the stairs that go up and the 3 spirals up. Again, the 5-minute climb. Not too far, not too long, especially considering you're going down at an angle, not just straight down, but it's far enough. Right before you hit the triple spiral, there's an old torch sconce. It doesn't have a torch in it, but it's not sitting straight either. You push the torch sconce. The wall swings in just a little bit, and there's a hallway going straight.
I'm going to follow it.
You follow that hallway. It eventually leads to another door. This one it's just a dead end of stone, but as you reach out and you push, the stone swings in super easily. You find yourself in what you probably assume is the larder of the temple, below the main hall.
What do I see in here?
Boxes and barrels of foodstuffs and things, waxes and candles, and
But no people or anything?
No, nobody's in there right now.
Okay, I'm going to go in and see about finding if I see any evidence of if there's footprints or something of like someone or any evidence of where he might have gone here.
Well, I'll tell you right now that there's a nice, beautiful stone stairwell directly off to your left that you can hear voices, which means it probably goes upstairs. But beyond that, it's clean, it's cleanly. There's no sign of footprints or anything else.
What the fuck did he do with the box?
Justin has a theory, but Burky has no idea.
Wolfhart, you see an individual begin to come down the steps.
I'm backing into the thing and trying to close it.
Okay, so you're trying to close the door back on you? Okay.
Because I never actually really went into it. I just kind of was. Also, I wouldn't have gone into the room. I imagine I only slowly opened it a little bit.
I would assume. Are you pulling it all the way shut, or are you trying to leave it cracked?
I'm going to try to leave it very minimally cracked, but I'm also shutting my storm lantern to.
Okay. A junior acolyte comes down, looks around, grabs a small box of candles, goes back upstairs. Gentlemen, what are the rest of you doing? He's been gone almost a half hour at this point.
And it's wild. How many pies have you eaten, Kroppa?
All of them. They're all gone.
I would like to point out I'm actually going to head back to
Agatha.
Burky.
No, but I would like to continue. I'll still ask that question, but also just more general. Anything null military, the rank structure, anything anybody knows.
Okay.
Under the same guise as before.
Okay. Are you looking for a different populace to ask? Are you looking for like higher ranking members of the military? Are you looking for nobles, academics?
People that I would catch the vibe I wouldn't be causing a huge drama talking to. Like, I'm not trying to cause problems for these guys inside.
That's a simple enough check that you don't have to roll. I mean, if it's simple and you can do it, that's easy. It's easy for you in the guise of the Verena Book Club to look for individuals who obviously you would not bother by asking. You don't find much over the course of this time. However, you do find an individual of some kind of academics who has the robes of some kind of a scholar or some kind of a magistrate or something. It's hard to tell. But somebody who obviously is more of the learning side rather than the acting side.
Mm-hmm.
And while they say that they don't personally know all of the intricacies of the known military, they do share that within the what's it called? Within the guard barracks and within the guard headquarters in town, there is a treatise or a tome that breaks down the basics of all of the major province and elector counts military forces. That way, should those forces ever be found within a city, they have a way to understand the order of command, chain of command, etc. So while this individual can't give you your answer, they can at least point you into a direction where you might find your answer.
And that's at the guard barracks in town?
Yep. Guard barracks would contain a tome that has all of that. So Wolfhart, you're making your way back to Burkhardt and Segemund.
Yeah, I'm going to go see if I can get Burky and just be like, Burky, I need your help. I'm like, I'm not getting anywhere with this fucking thing.
Well, I'm outside.
Question would be like, how long of a walk back is it?
It's not long.
Yeah.
You took a lot of time because you were going slow and looking for things, but the walk back is 5 minutes. Luca, what were you about to say?
I was just going to say, if I'm still outside, I feel pretty deflated with my loot. That was terrible. But I'm getting the vision of this temple having like big staircases and kind of like, what's the word that I'm looking for? Like concrete areas that I could kind of stand up and over the crowd on. Okay. And I'm just going to get up and I'm just going to dance and sing the praises of Schaffenfest and Bogen and how great this place is. Okay. For no particular reason.
So
some children begin to dance with you.
Since I'm done with my line of inquiry,
yes, sir.
As he's performing, I'm going to be milling around and kind of throwing compliments his way to random passersby and just generally puffing up his performance.
Okay. Luca, do you put your bowl down at all?
Are people starting to look and watch?
Oh yeah, you have kids dancing with you.
As they do that, I'm gonna praise the parents in the crowd for their excellent kids and look at these children, the future of our great city here. All these parents, and I'm gonna go in about how great this city is, and I'm gonna put my bowl down and I'm gonna start just continue dancing and singing praises and try to get more and more people to join.
Okay, hold that. Segemund, Burky, Wolfhart has come back to you.
What'd you find?
A whole lot of shit and nothing.
That is unfortunate. Shall we depart?
If you want to depart, you can. I'm sticking down here. Otherwise, I was hoping you might be able to help me find it.
Sure, I will follow you. I don't know if our lawyer friend will want to tag along, and I kind of give Segemund a meaningful look.
No, I think I will stay right here.
It's probably a good call.
I would advise you, good lawyer friend, if anybody comes a knocking, you close this here statue and make like you are the dumbest person alive.
Heard.
Yeah.
Okay.
Heard.
We have a plan. So Kroppa,
We'll be
you are
back.
talking up Luca. Luca, you've put your bowl down. The dancing has continued. Wolfhart and Burkhart are going into the statue to go back down into what you can only assume is the vault and the vault space. And Segemund, you are going to hang out in that back room and try not to be caught and make no noise and pretend you don't exist.
Yeah, it is. So again, the priest. This was an area of respite for all the other clergy, essentially, right?
Correct. It is
Okay.
an internal
So I'm not just
space.
like, T-posing like an NPC while they're gone, not in the same room.
Hello,
as me.
adventurer.
Yeah, right. I guess it's because I'm the only one who can read. I'm just going to scan and browse and see if I can find like any kind of journals or literature, whatever, anything that might be useful, just to kill the time.
There is a book, ironically, sitting by the foot of Sigmar. It's the life and trials of Sigmar. Written by someone hundreds of years ago, transcribed multiple times over, more than the King James Bible. Accuracy is always questionable.
I'll flip through it, see if I can find anything useful.
Okay, useful how?
Just as a turn of phrase, honestly.
Gotcha.
Just
Looking for things. Okay.
kill the time. Yeah.
Okay. You will be able to read a book that, at a high level, details Sigmar consolidating the humans clans, creating the First Empire, turning the Unbarogan tribe into the seat of mankind's power, how his home eventually would become Altdorf down the road, etc., etc., etc. It's fairly dry. It's very much written for priests, but it's something.
And Methuselah begat Azabagava and begat.
Wolfhart and Burkhart. You go back down. Wolfhart, are you guys going straight back to the room with the entrance to the sewer, or are you go? Where do you want to go?
I guess the other path seems to go back up. So I guess I'd go down to the circle area in the room and just be like, hey, I'm not seeing here. I need your help.
Okay.
Okay.
Burky,
So we're in the room,
you're in a room.
right?
20 by 30. Stone plinths throughout the room. The back left corner of the room, the stone is collapsed inwards.
Mhm.
You get a heavy scent of liquid effluence. That's about right.
Yeah, okay.
Inside of this room, there is an urn that has been uncapped, unstoppered, and left sitting, and a anklet bracelet sitting on one plinth. And that's it.
How many of the stone plinths are empty?
8 more.
I look around. I knock on the floor meaningfully. I look up at the ceiling meaningfully. I kind of cover my nose meaningfully, and then I walk over to the sewer area. I look back at Wolfhart. I don't imagine this is supposed to be this way.
Can't imagine it is. This seems very out of place.
You know, in my line of work, sometimes I see crime scenes, so to speak. Usually these are windows or doors, but when I'm examining these things, one thing I look for is the debris pushed inward, indicating a break-in, or is the debris out onto the street, indicating a fleeing type situation. And I reckon somebody has come in unwelcome to this here room. And I kind of examined the debris. Does it seem like it's settled, or does it seem pretty recent? Like, can I tell? It's kind of hard with stone, but...
Give me an intuition. And make it a... Do you have outdoor survival? Like, do you have advances in outdoor survival? It's a basic
I have 5 advances in it, in fact.
Then I tell you what, you're going to give me a dual check.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to give me an intuition and outdoor survival check using the exact same roll. The intuition is going to be at negative 10. The outdoor survival is going to be at plus 0.
The intuition's at the negative?
Yep.
I guess I'll start with that. So negative 10, you said?
Yep. It's just the same roll. So just roll a set of dice.
Yeah, I'm just going to roll the one and then whatever pops up, I'll just apply it to the other. So it's 26 versus 37 for the intuition, which is a plus 1.
All right, good.
And then 26 versus 35 if it's a plus 0. So
perfect. So you have a plus 1 and a plus 1. With your intuition, stone does not appear to be fully settled. There's a little bit of dust on the ground.
Okay.
This looks like it was meant to look like it was a natural kind of collapse, but it's not. You can't really tell much more than that, just that it looks like it was supposed to look like it caved in, but it definitely is not that.
I also assume this is all dwarven made because everything upstairs was, right? So,
best of your knowledge, it seems that way.
Okay.
In addition, the stone itself, it's obvious that this is newer because the stone, as you look, if you poke your head through into the sewers at all, you can see the stone on each side has like moss and stuff growing on it. Whereas the open edges look fresh, new. The stone that's collapsed inward has some of that moss on it, but it's on the side that, fell.
A couple things. I feel we have wandered ourselves into a heist not of our making, and I don't know what was down here, but somebody wanted it quite badly, and it also occurs to me that we are standing in a position to look very much like we just broke into the Temple of Sigmar. We should probably leave, one way or another.
So, if I'm understanding this correctly, this is very fresh looking, this opening.
Yeah,
seems
like it just happened,
all
probably.
Right. Yeah, then we should bail. This is highly suspicious. Let's get out of here.
Are you looking to meander in there and look over at the sewer? Or are you looking to go back to our good friend Segemund? Your call, friend. I will follow you to the ends.
I don't know what we'd be getting ourselves into. Let's go back to Segemund. We're done here. I don't know what else we're going to do. And there's no way going back from that chasm.
Okay. I'd like you both to give me a perception challenging plus 0, please.
Uh, 27
45
under 44.
Oh.
Plus 2.
under 44 plus 2. Okay.
45 over 42 minus 0.
45 over 42 minus 0. Okay. As the two of you turn to face the door that you came through, to head back to Segemund, Wolfhart, you hear from behind you a sound you've heard before. A sound you've heard in the sewers before. A faint, almost like scribbling, scratching, scrambling of claws on stone and dirt. The ceiling.
How's my sixth sense doing right now?
Your sixth sense is going nuts right now. I was just about to tell you that.
I draw my sword.
Okay. The ceiling above you begins to rumble. A piece of stone falls in between you.
I'm going to move. Push. We'll get Burky.
As you go to move, and as you guys go to leave, as you go to rush out of here, I need you both to make a dodge check.
I don't want to.
Aren't you glad
It's
we
going to be
split
at
the
a
party?
difficult. It's going to be at a difficult negative 10. And as you guys are making that test, Wolfhart, you hear from behind you go, "Man thing, deal off. You die.
Why?
The ceiling is collapsing. Make that dodge check.
I already did. I failed it horribly.
Oh no, how bad?
-5.
Impressively. I passed 19 under 30, so +2.
Okay. Burky, Wolfhart. As that first piece of stone falls, as the voice says that, Wolfhart, you turn almost shocked and go, why? And you see behind you a pair of gleaming red eyes. A whitish snout to a blackish face. It could be one of the creatures you saw before. And you see as he takes, and as the ceiling is collapsing, distracting you as he does this, he takes a tiny, tiny sliver of a greenish stone and just jumps down on it.
Don't like that.
Dude, me and Kroppa are having a very different vibe.
You guys are having so much fun up top, and that's Burkhart. You dive as the ceiling starts to collapse. You dive forward, Wolfhart. You get distracted. With the why is a perfect ask. Why is the deal off? As you see him munch on this, the ceiling of the room collapses inward. Burkhart, you dive out of the rubble as it falls down, falling all around Wolfhart. Wolfhart, you have two options. You can either use a point of fate, or you will perish under a falling ceiling.
Damn. Damn.
He's really considering how bad his stats are for Wolfhart
I
right
am
now.
actually, honestly, I am. I'm this close to saying fuck it. I actually do want to reroll.
Most Eric thing ever.
This character was fated to die under a ceiling.
God, please no.
I'm actually thinking I might.
Yeah? Well, I tell you what. You think about it. And we're all going to hold on in suspense until we find out next time
Oof.
on the Grimdark Chronicles.
Oof.
What a fucking cliffhanger. Should I stay or should I go? Should play at the end of this one.
Oh my God, if I could get that through copyright, I would. Thank you so much for joining us for the Grimdark Chronicles. This was the 27th episode of Enemy in Shadows, our playthrough of the first part of the highly touted Enemy Within campaign. And I'm going to say this honestly. I hope Eric doesn't choose to die, but we're going to find out next time together. In the interim, thank you so much to our great friends over at darkforgemedia.com for our intro video that I might have to contact them and change shortly after this.
I mean,
Damn it.
it's a rock and a hard place kind of thing.
It's
right?
an easy thing.
Literally,
In addition, if you want to roll dice better than your GM, go to barondice.com and use code DEADSONS to get 5% off your entire order. If you like this debacle that I've put our party into, if you like these ridiculous scenarios and danger, please consider heading over to patreon.com/DeadSonsCompany to show us some love, the same way that the ceiling is currently showing Wolfhart some love. That was mean. That was mean. I'm sorry.
Smothering him with
Too soon.
love.
In addition, smothering him with love. There you go. In addition, thank you to all of our patrons for helping to support us to make the show possible. Thank you to everyone who follows us on YouTube, Spotify, etc. And if you've made it this far, everyone is going to get 10 experience.
Mm-hmm.
Eric, weirdly enough, and this is not an incentive for you to keep Wolfhart, it's just the fact that this finally happened. You have reached the natural conclusion of the Warpstone quest, and you have followed it to the absolute potential detriment of your character, and you get an additional 30 experience. Just for you. It was gonna play out one of three ways, and unfortunately we went the worst of the three. But with that, we'll be back next time. We're Dead Sons Company. This is the Grimdark Chronicles.